Yo, it's funny how marriage works. Today, we're going to be talking about how to beat your spouse. Well, you'll find out what I mean. So, speaking of beating a spouse, that just sounds so bad. There's a conflict style that everyone has, and we created an assessment so you can find out what your conflict resolution style is. If you want to know what your conflict resolution style is, just go to funnyhowmarriageworks.com/quiz. Take the quiz completely free, and you'll understand more about your conflict resolution style. So now we're going to answer an actual question that came in that I kind of played with a little bit because it was fun. But you want to read the question so we can see if we can answer it? We don't know.
The real question is...
Well, it is a question. I just left a little bit off. I said, today we're going to be answering the question of how to beat your spouse. But go ahead.
This is not about domestic violence.
It's not about domestic. Go ahead.
How do you fight for your marriage? Are you fighting for what you want or need, or what your spouse wants or needs?
Now, when you fight for something, you're trying to win. And if you win, you won and you beat them. That was my point.
You don't have to beat them. You can beat it. You can beat the thing that's coming against the marriage.
Oh, like Michael Jackson said.
Beat it.
Because this is Thriller. It's the wrong song. Okay, cool. All right, so how do you answer that question? How do you fight for your marriage? Are you fighting? This marriage came from Jeremy from Facebook. Wow.
So here's the best way to fight for your marriage is for you to be ambitiously running after your freedom. Because a person who is free or working towards being as free as they can possibly be, because we'll never be completely free. It's just not going to happen. Is going to show up better in a marriage. And when you show up better, when you're coming into with a more healthy perspective, a more healthy viewpoint, the marriage is just going to be better, even if your spouse doesn't do any work at all.
Absolutely.
The way you fight for your marriage is for you to get your mind, your heart, your past traumas, all that stuff, get free from that stuff, one at a time.
Yeah, I think a good illustration of that is both of you guys, if you're fighting for your marriage, both of you guys, let's say both of you guys are fighting some force outside of your marriage, you're fighting together. And what you could do is you could turn to your spouse and be like, yo, you need to do the right hook and do that. You could argue together, or you could go get in shape, in such an amazing shape that you're handling the fight, the forces coming at you, and you can help your wife. So now you're bigger, you're better, you're stronger. I'm still in the workout illustration. Your stamina is up, like you're in better shape. So together if your spouse doesn't do any working out at all, if they don't go to the gym at all, if they never turn on a video at all, you guys will do better because you put in the work, because you're better at so-called fighting because of what you did inside of you. So the best way to do it is to get you at a better place. And by default, because you're both one flesh, you'll both be better. Boom. I think we're going to end the video. Oh, if you have some questions, go ahead and leave them. And if you want to go on a cruise with us, I don't know if it's too late. It might be too late. But you can find out.
I hope not.
I don't know when they watch this video. When are you? What's today's date? Oh yeah, you might still have time then. Yeah. Anyway, get the quiz. We appreciate you. We love you. Go to funnyhowmarriageworks.com because it is funny how marriage works. There's a little dramatic the way I said it, right? Like a radio DJ. Because it is funny how marriage works. Was that like some kind of church thing you just did?
It sounded like Elvis, but whatever.